Hi everyone, this is Carolyn Speaks the State of Our World on Wednesday, May 17, 2023. What is it? Good, bad, or indifferent? All three. Let's see what's happening out there in the world. Okay. The budget farce. Robert Kuttner on why Biden admin can't give in to GOP demands to cut safety net. I totally agree. And the U.S. should be a force for peace. National security experts demand U.S. push to end Ukraine war. I totally agree. And reclaim Osage. Mike Africa Jr. on push to buy back MOVE house 38 years ago after Philly police bombed it. Okay. Also, North Carolina bans abortion after 12 weeks as GOP lawmakers override governor's veto. Terrible. Nebraska lawmakers advance bill to ban abortion and ban gender-affirming medical care. Terrible. Pennsylvania, Kentucky, and Florida hold elections. Okay. Talks over debt ceiling remain stalled as GOP pushes sweeping cuts. Okay, no cuts to the safety net. Biden to head to Hiroshima for G7 summit, west but cuts rest of Asia trip short. Okay, and uh, Chinese special envoy arrives in Ukraine to push for war to end. I agree. With no, get return all the land to Ukraine and get Russia out permanently. Cost of war project post 9/11 wars have resulted in 4.5 million deaths. Terrible. Ecuador, in Ecuador, the um, the head of the Ecuador um, legislature has dissolved the opposition-led National Assembly, blocking efforts by lawmakers to impeach him amid accusations of corruption and embezzlement in a scheme involving a state-owned oil transportation company. The constitutional power, which had never been used in Ecuador before, allows Lasso to rule by decree until new elections can be held. Uh, Lasso made the move a day after Ecuador's National Assembly held its first hearing, where Lasso addressed lawmakers and denied involvement in the scheme, which opponents of Lasso say cost Ecuador millions in losses. Okay. Latin America. We've really destroyed Latin America. Okay. Now, so I'm hoping things get better over there. Okay. Now, the the world is a mess, we know that. Biden administration grants key permit for Mountain Valley Pipeline. Very bad. That's due to the influence of West Virginia. Uh, so terrible. Fracked gas, terrible. Florida investigates teacher for showing Disney film with a gay character. That's terrible. Florida have to get rid of DeSantis and all the people like him. Okay, on the report, black community in U.S. has suffered 1.63 million excess deaths over the past 20 years. That's terrible. Department of Justice pressured to investigate Giuliani for offering to sell uh, pardons, uh, to sell presidential pardons for $2 million. That's great. Corrupt ones. Congressional Democrats introduced a resolution to expel George Santos after DOJ indictment. Good. 200,000 fled Sudan in first month of fighting between rival military factions. That's terrible. Flooding in Somalia kills at least 22 and affects nearly 500,000 people. That is a terrible situation. And heat waves bake China and the west coast of North America. Climate change. House Republicans reject closing tax loopholes as June 1st deadline on debt ceiling looms. That's terrible. Close those loopholes, everybody pays their taxes. Supreme Court to review South Carolina congressional maps struck down over racist gerrymandering. Okay. Alright. Now, how about a little music? Okay, sing a little song. Alright, song I like to sing is called He. It's a very old song. I don't know who wrote it. He can turn the tides and calm the angry sea. He alone decides who writes a symphony. He alone can hear a child's first prayer. He da 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 da. Okay, that was He. I hope you liked it. Thank you for tuning in this evening of Wednesday, May 17, 2023 for another meeting of Carolyn Speaks State of the World. Hope you join us again in the future. Stay safe, wear a mask, practice social distancing when the vaccine is available and safe for you. I would take it, we had ours. And remember, kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a very long way. Thank you. Good night. Stay safe.